Over the weekend, yeah, we got snow. Boy, did we ever get some snow. Now, it wasn't the craziest snowstorm we've ever seen, let's be honest, but got a lot of snow. I saw the images of Montrealers having to shovel out their cars. I got lucky, by the way. I don't know how it happened or what sort of wind there was on my street that allowed this to happen, but for some reason, my car, I went to go look. I went to go look on Saturday. I was like, okay, geez, am I going to have to shovel my car out? Then I went back yesterday just to make sure. And I got lucky for some reason, just where my car was, and it was the first car along the line on the street of cars lined up, parked on the side. And maybe it was because it was first, and the snow trucks could sort of just curve around it and clear that snow just a little bit more. I'm really lucky. I went to look at my car on Saturday and I was like, I'm pretty sure I can get out of this spot and I don't have to shovel. I can just literally get directly out of it. And then I said, okay, Sunday, I said, you know what? There's going to be another truck that passed by. I bet you there's a ton of snow now that's been plopped right in front of my car. And I went to look yesterday. I still don't have to move the car because the snow clearing hasn't begun on my side of the street. And lo and behold, I still can just pull out of that spot. So I got really lucky. The only thing I did yesterday is I got my snow brush out and I cleared the top because I knew temperatures were going to tumble and I didn't want any of the snow that kind of melted to turn into ice. So I cleared the top off, but I left my car as is, didn't move it out. And I'm pretty sure this afternoon, because either this afternoon or tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to have to get out of that spot for the snow removal. I'm pretty sure it'll be like turn the wheels, press the gas, boom, get out of there. Now, if you are, working a long shift, let's say you're let's say you work at a hospital and you got whether it's a single shift or maybe you're working a double shift, long days at the hospital. We know what our healthcare workers are going through because of COVID-19. I can imagine some of you who are working over the weekend on Saturday, the snow is falling and you're like, oh, great. I'm going to finish a 16-hour shift at the hospital. And then I'm going to have to get to my car, and it's going to be completely covered in snow. How am I going to get my car out? I have to clean my car. Just the way you want to end your day. Well, a Good Samaritan came to the rescue of at least 150 people / cars in Saint-Jérôme, at the hospital in Saint-Jérôme, and decided to head to the hospital and clear off all the cars for employees of that hospital. He joins us on the line now. Donald Hargray is here. Hi, Donald.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Listen, I read your story about how you decided to go to the hospital in Saint-Jérôme and just do this. I just want to say, bottom of my heart, bravo, sir.
Thank you.
Great job. Now, let's go through this whole idea. Why'd you do it? Why did you say, hey, you know what? I got nothing else to do. I'm going to go to the hospital and clear off 150 cars.
Yes, well, first of all, it's been a while, even prior to COVID, that I wanted to find a way that I could do something to help the health workers for recognition for the great job that they do. But I didn't really find anything, and with the COVID that arrived, then that lowered my chances of finding solutions or gestures to do. But when they called for snow last week, I said that would be a good way of showing gratitude to them if I would go find the hospital and then find the employee parking and then go over there and clear their cars.
So do you live near this hospital in Saint-Jérôme? How'd you find the hospital? How'd you do that?
Well, I live in Mirabel, so I'm around 20-something minutes away. But I choose a hospital. I asked some people about information about Saint-Jérôme Hospital and also Saint-Eustache Hospital, but the people responded back to me, Saint-Jérôme. And then I needed to identify the parking lot, which parking lot is employees, and I got that information Friday. So I was ready to leave Saturday morning to start.
Wow. Okay. So you get there you got there while the snowstorm was still happening?
Well, what I did is I planned my stuff, and I left fairly early. I left around 6:30 a.m., got there around 10 to 7, because what I was trying to do also is make it happen when there's a shift change, because if you do it in the middle of a shift, there's no value to it. So I arrived there around 10 to 7, started clearing up the snow, but there was not a lot of snow at that time. But I finished, I did approximately 150 cars in that shot, and I finished around 9:30, but I was wet I was soaking wet, so I needed to come back home, change clothes, get dried up, take a shower, eat something, and then the snow was just accumulating unbelievable here, and imagine over there. So I got ready, left around 2, got there 2:30, and started to clear snow. But instead of using a snow brush, now I had to do a lot of shoveling because a lot of places the snow was higher than the driver's door, that the people couldn't even open their door.
Oh, wow. Donald, listen, when you started to do this, and I love it, you went back home, you dried off, and you went back. While you're doing this, were there any, like, security saying, hey, what are you doing? What are you up to? Like, how did you, was anyone coming up to you and saying, hey, what's going on here?
I expected that, but it did not happen.
Okay.
So the most questions I got were from employees and saying, hey, this is great, thank you. Do you work for the hospital? And I said, no, I don't work for the hospital, but where do you come from? Come from Mirabel. They said, you're out here in Saint-Jérôme doing this for us? I said, yeah. And so I expected that maybe security or someone to come over, but no, it was just the employees and saying thank you
Wow.
for the morning shift. And then in the afternoon shift, because I finished around 5:30 in the afternoon, only did around 30 cars, but then the appreciation level went higher because the more tough the conditions are, the more it's appreciated.
Jeez.
So then Sunday morning, I went back at 6:30 over there and did the same thing until around 9:30. And then I was getting much more feedback because they said to me, you're not only that we appreciate what you did yesterday, you're the talk of the town. And
word was traveling. Word was traveling.
Because in the hospital during their tough shifts, they're saying, hey, this guy is clearing our cars. And so I was the talk of their shifts.
Wow. Now, and I heard some employees tried to give you a tip. They tried to pay you.
Yeah. Some people, they weren't sure why I was there. Obviously they were happy clearing their cars, so they offered me tips and a lot of coffee cards. And I absolutely did not want to take any form of money of any type. I said, hey, just a smile and a thank you. That fills my heart full.
Donald, what do you do for a living? Are you retired?
Yeah, I'm retired, yeah.
Wow. Well, Donald, that's just a great story. What a good Samaritan for the weekend, for a sector that has worked so hard over the last year, helping us out with the pandemic. That's a really nice gesture, Donald. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
That's Donald Hargray, cleaned off 150 cars at Saint-Jérôme Hospital. Going back home, drying off, getting back out there. Unbelievable. Great story.